Hello. Oh, it's been a while. Really. So, hello guys. What's going on here, mate? What's going on here, guys? Suddenly here, and I haven't seen in a while. Not gonna lie, it's been a while. It's have been a while, really. I actually want to apologize for my lack of activity. It's because of studies, obviously. Yeah, college studies. So, I don't want to make myself even dead. So, um, but at the same time, I actually have a coding assessment tomorrow. So I'm gonna do for today is, I think of something. Why not I actually code myself code? Why? How about I actually um like show myself code in front of people? So yeah, here this is what I'm doing right now. So I know there's nobody right now, but I don't care. However, we're just gonna dive in. So this will be a very short stream, really. This will be a really short stream, not too long. I don't want to make this stream longer than, I don't know, 1 hour. I'll try to make it like 30 to 45 minutes long because I want to sleep. It's been late. If you can tell from my clock here, it literally says 2:05 a.m. Yes, I'm an owl. So, I'm going to code um like one or two problems. Okay, so I've posted this problem here. So as you can see here, this is our first problem here involving array. So I'm going to code, or at least attempt to code, because I know try nobody can actually code first try. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to code these problems, and I'm going to code the problems in C and not C++. Don't get me wrong, I'm coding this on C, and hopefully if I'm done with coding in C, I will I will actually code the same thing, the same exact thing, but in Java, because I like Java. Yeah, Java is really useful because I play Minecraft, so I need to learn Java. So that's why. So we have this first problem here. Um, Declare two single-dimensional arrays, num A and num B, both having 5 items each. Compare the values in both arrays and print out the array items that are different. Okay, so for example, num A 5, 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, and num B 5, 2, 4, 7, 11, 12. So print out the contents for num A1, num A2, num A3, num B1, num B2, and num B3. So um it says here, compare the values in both arrays and print out the array items that are different. So we need to print something. We need to make the code so that it actually prints the different ones. Okay, so what that means is it's like here I need to rub my spectacles here because yeah. It's like here. Alright, so solve. Okay, okay, sorry. Um, so we're going to code here. Um, so there's no need for another function declaration. So we just need to do it on one single function. So that's fine. So first what we need to do is we need to declare two arrays. Integer array 1. No. It should be num A, and then the array size is equivalent to 2, 6, 8, uh, 10, 12. Integer num B 5 equivalent to 2, 4, 7, 11, 12. I think that's it. So it says compare the values in both arrays and print out the array items that are different. Okay, So what we're gonna do here is we need to compare. We need to make a comparison test. So what we're gonna do is we need to have a for loop, because we need to access every single array index. So for integer is equal to 0 x, and obviously I need to declare what is x. Yeah, I had to make that. Alright, so for x equivalent to 0, and x must be less than size, which is 5, and then x plus plus. Okay, so here we need to run a comparison test. We need to do if print out the contest for num1. Okay, anyways, but we need to print all elements which are very different than for each other. So what we're gonna do is we need to run a comparison test. We need to make an if statement. So our condition here would be num a. So here, instead of putting 5 as the size, we need to put x, because we need to access every single index on every single array. So we need to do num a is equivalent to num b x. I guess, hopefully I'm doing it correctly. I'm just doing it widely, but it's okay. So we need to print out the okay, so what happen if I make this equal? So it's just gonna ignore. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay, if num ax is not equivalent to num bx, so I'm going to print out. Printf %d, and then here I do num a. Whoops, it should be num a and then its index. There we go. So what I want to do here is I want to do num a and then its count. So like %d here. And here the first count would be x plus 1. No, just x. Yeah, just x. Okay, so yeah, and then else nothing, and then we need to do the same exact thing for the b part. However, I want to make this separately, so I would need another separation here. I need to put a barrier here. So I want to do the same exact thing, but this time I want to put b here. Okay, so let's see if I'm doing this correctly. Array comparison.c. Whoops, should be x here. There's no such thing as I. What the hell? Huh. Okay, there you go. So we have here 6, 8, 10, which is totally different from this one. Okay, so we actually have displayed a totally different thing here. So that's a very easy code. Yeah, that's a really easy code. Let's try a different one. Let's do 3 here, but this one I put 8 here, and I put an 11 here. Okay, let's see. Oh, I got it. It's very easy. It's just that simple. Yeah, this problem is very simple. Really. Okay, so I'm proud of myself. I did this on the second attempt. Or is it? Or was it? I don't know. Okay, so that was good. So now I'm going to code the same exact thing but in Java. So I'm gonna do is I run IntelliJ. Come on, IntelliJ, please run. Okay, it's loaded, I guess. I don't know. I'm just hoping though. I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping for the best. Okay, there we go. It's running. Oh yeah, I have the dummy plugin here. God damn it. I have a dummy plugin here. This is for Minecraft. Yeah. This is just a very simple code that I made just to warm up. Basically, I want to test myself on Java coding, so I did these simple codings. So I'm gonna do. I need to run another project here for SDK 16 and next create project from template, and then yep, it is on array folder. So I'm going to declare it comparison. Boom, bam. This window. Okay. So I'm going to code the exact same thing here, except some of these notations here will be very different from each other. I don't know. For example, the array declaration in C would be different in Java. So I'll demonstrate to you soon. So what we're gonna do here, okay? So I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm just going to declare int x int. So here I want to declare the size of an array. The array. I want to declare an array here. However, the declaration of array here is quite different from C. So what I'm gonna do is do int like this. Oops, yeah, like this. Instead of in C, we put the array in the variable, but here in Java we need to declare the array inside of this data type. So our data type here is integer. So I'm going to declare num a, but here I need to do new int and then its size, which is 5. Yeah, and then do the same exact thing for num b is equivalent to new int 5. Okay, there we go. So here I need to declare num a and then its size is equivalent to, I need to fill in its elements here, so it will be 2 6 8 10 12, like so. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. Array initializer is not allowed here. How about I put it like this? No, it's not working. I don't remember. Array initializer is not allowed here. Huh. The heck? int, wait. Num a, like this maybe? I don't know. Is this how I do it? I don't think so. I need to remember how I did it. How I did this. Let me go to matrix, new window. So nah, I don't think this would be a good idea. Good example, I mean temperature Is it this one? Oh yeah, I think it's this one. However, hmm, except this one is all requires us to input the value. However, we need to do something so that it is already we need to code it so that it is already initialized, so we don't have to let the user to input the numbers. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm not sure how to do this exactly, but so num a5 2 6 8 10 12. Okay, and then it says here array initializer is not allowed here. um yeah, it's very different. I don't really exactly know how to do this. Is it like this? I don't know. hmm I think I should do it this way. Integer 5, integer 5, and then create local variable. Okay. hmm hmm I need to search for solution online, obviously, because I don't know how to do it. Array Java. Yeah, because the notations in for the arrays are very very different for both languages. Even actually, Java was inherited from C. Yeah, Java was actually inherited from C. Hello, Miggy. It's been a while. I'm lagging for some reason. Integer my num. Oh, okay. So I don't have to input my size here. So that's interesting. So I just put here 2 6 8 10 12. Yeah, just make it 12 here. Oh, so that's much more convenient. 2 4 7 7 11 12. I think that's it. Yeah, so that's how you declare the arrays in Java. And then, like in C, we need to make a for loop for every single array. So we need to do for I is equivalent to 0. Whoops, I mean x less than 5, obviously, because the our array size here is 5. And yeah, our array size here is 5. And then here x plus plus. And then we are going to do the same exact thing if num a I less than, well, it should be x. I always get it mistaken with the I, because that's what usually I do for the loop, but not for this time. We need to make x as the array index. Okay, so num b x. Okay, and then we need to do south num a, and then here we put a number here, which is x, I believe. Yeah, plus x plus close bracket is equivalent to the contents. Yeah, the contents here should be num a x here. Okay, alright, so we need to copy this, and then we need to do the same exact thing for b. Okay, so I think that's our code. So just gonna run. Yep, it only prints the ones the elements the different elements what am I saying? So basically, it only prints the array index which has different elements. Yeah, which has different elements. So if there's like same elements in both arrays, it won't gonna be showed up on both arrays. So let's say I put it here for, it only prints 8 and 10 and 7 and 11. Yeah, that's very simple. However, we need to make it very challenging, because making this, yeah, if we want to make this array initialized from beginning, it won't gonna be very fun. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to let the user to put in the size, to put in the numbers in the arrays. So what I'm gonna do here is instead of having these values here, I'm going to leave it blank like this. So I'm going to do for the same exact thing as equivalent to 0, x less than 5, x plus plus, and then here we need to do printf input input num a and then %d here for c, and then here would be x plus only x. Yeah, because here okay, let me actually explain to you how does the index system works. So basically we have this array here. Oops, this is very laggy. Okay, let me use the size here. Yeah, I made it too large. Yeah, it would gonna crash a bit. Okay, there we go. So here we want to so basically how do the array works basically is like this. So we have, like, let's say we have array a, this is the name of the variable basically, so like x, y, and z. So array a is a variable, so array a, and then inside this parentheses here we have the size. So what does it means by size? So size is basically, okay, let's say we have an array. So basically you know how the system of house works. Yeah, so basically an array is basically like a house, so, or a set of houses in which everyone lived in a terrace and neighborhood community. So basically that's how array works. So let's say we have the size of 5, so basically there's 5 houses here, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there are 5 houses here, and yeah, because I'm using a mouse, so I can't really draw properly. Okay, so here we have 5 houses. Every single houses can be filled with numbers or letters or anything that you want to fill in here, except there's only one value per house. So let's say I want to put 1 here, I want to put 3 here. However, yeah, you can actually put 35 here. It's no big deal. However, you must know that every single number deserves each houses basically. So each houses, so there's this like house number, right? House number. In arrays, we call it as an index, array index. Okay, so the array index, it doesn't start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, in array index we denote it as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's basically how it works. So that's why if we see here, we have this num a percent d x. This x here refers to the index. So let's say our initial value of x is 0, so it is referring to the index of 0. So basically right here. Okay, so here I do scanf %d because of we have an integer here. If we want to make it float, we need to do %f instead. Okay, so I do scanf %d, and then we need to put an ampersand here. For c, it should be num a, and then put an x here. So what does this do is basically it will gonna store one value inside each index, or inside each houses basically. So we're gonna just do the same thing, but for the y part. So the num b part. Okay, there you go. So I guess the rest of the code will be the same, really. So let's try. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it works. Okay, input num is 0. Let's say we put in 5, 4, 3, 6, 7. Okay, so we have fully filled every single house in num a with numbers. So we move on with num b, array num b. So we have the, let's say, 6, 7, and then I want to make this the same as num a, 3, 6, 1. And what this does, let's see. Okay, so as the question suggests, we need to only print the different elements on both arrays. So let's see, 5 is different. Okay, so index 0 for num a is very different from b, so it prints out 5 and 6 here, and then here is very different from here, so we print out both 4 and 7 here. Okay, and then here, notice here, this is very similar to this, so this won't gonna be printed. Same goes to this and this. Yeah, so it won't gonna be printed. But then if you look, the index 4 of num a, 7, is very different from index 4 of num b, which is 1, so it will gonna be printed. So that's a very simple code. So let's see how I'm gonna do it in Java instead. So we have this system here. The Java coding here would be a bit more complicated. A bit. First, you need to do scanner. Basically, this is an interface, I think. No, this is a class. Okay, I don't really know much about these classes in Java, but so what I normally do, I'm just gonna do new scanner system.in. Okay, right, like this. So this is basically declaring a variable, and this variable will assign a function of this. So that's basically what it does. Okay, so we are going to do, okay, integer num a is equivalent to, now we need to do the new int 5. Okay, and then new int 5 right here. So now we are going to do we need to fill in every single array in these arrays. We need to fill in elements in each array, in each houses in the array basically. So we need to do, for x equivalent to 0, x less than 5, x plus plus, and then we do south. No, we just do system out dot print because we need to print it in one line. So input num a, and then put it here, and then we need to put an x here plus this, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm doing this correctly. And then here we need to assign num a I x is equivalent to input dot next integer. So what does this do is it will gonna be it will gonna be asking the user to input an integer because int here means integer. So basically like scanf, but it's a bit more complicated, but I think it's doable. It's not that it's not really that hard. Okay, we're gonna just copy, but we need to fill in for B. Yep, and everything is done. So um we need to do okay. So let's see. Uh why did I put this? This should be blank. Okay, anyways, it doesn't even matter because it will gonna be um it will gonna be we read dark rewritten every anyway. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I had trouble pronouncing that word. So let's say 2 4 6 8 10 1 4 6 7 10. Okay, see, yeah, we have done the code very correctly, as you can see here in this console. Sweet. However, there is an advantage of using an array in Java. Yes, there is an advantage. So here you see this int and then size here. So the benefits of using arrays in Java is that you can actually change this you can actually change the size of the array according to the input of the user. Unlike C, you are not able to ask the user, or basically the size of the array cannot be determined by user input. No, big no, because you need to make it as a constant always. So this is a disadvantage for C because every often time we need to access the code in order for us to change the array size, so which is not good. However, in Java we can just do it in one program, so that would be very much more convenient. So I'm gonna do is do size here. I'm just gonna do in small letters because I don't want to make it um I don't want to make it a constant, so that's why. Okay, so and then I do int size. There we go. However, we need to initialize the size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a do loop. So what does this do? Yeah, what do this do is um it will gonna run a loop, which I will show you later what will be the loop be. Give me a sec. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do a do loop. So I'm just going to code this first, and then I'll just gonna explain to you what this does. Okay, so we're gonna do south. No, enter the size of array. Okay, and then here I'm going to do in size is equivalent to input dot next outside. I should put it right here. There we go. Next integer. Okay, so here, so listen to me. Okay, so what does this do is I want to make the size of an array. We don't want the size to be negative. Yeah, we don't want the size to be in the negative value. So we need to do an if statement here. If size less than 0, because that would be negative. Well, actually we need to make it equivalent to 0, because we don't want 0 index. We don't want 0 array index. The array size, I mean. Okay, so you want to make it 1 and above, so we are going to make it we want to print here error, the size of array must be more than 0. Okay, and then I'm going to do while size less than or equivalent to 0. So what does this mean is we are going to run this piece of command first. So basically this do loop will basically gonna run the code first, and then we will gonna check the condition later on. However, if we do while here, it will gonna run the condition first, and then it will gonna run the code, which is not what we wanted. Okay, so we are going to do and then this piece of code and then while. So we are going to let's see here if this works. Let's say we want to have an array size of 8. So let's say I'm just doing a bunch of crap here. Oh yeah, it should not be it should not be 5. It should be size instead. My bad. Oh, whoops, did a mistake here. 5 size. Bam, here we go. Should work by now. Stop mv1. The 8. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I'm just throwing random thing here. Okay, so now we have put 8 elements in each 8 houses or indices basically. Okay, so we are going to put in B. So we are going to make some random stuff, leaving num b2 3 the same element here, and I'm going to make this 10, and then look at this, it will only print 0 1 3 4 5 6, because obviously index 2 and index 7 are similar for both arrays, so it won't gonna be printed. So that's the code. It's just that simple, really. Okay, so I actually want to make I wanted to do one more problem. Hopefully I'm able to do that. Let's see what problem here that should I do here. Hopefully I don't have I won't gonna see my face. Yeah, I don't think I don't think there's a face of mine, IRL face otherwise it will be a face reveal. I don't want that. Okay, let's do, I just did it. I just did this. Okay, this one. Problem 7. Alright, let's do problem 7. Alright, I'm just going to copy this. Okay, give me a sec here. Image, no. Whoops. Okay, image here. I want to change my image here. So I'm going to change to problem. Alright, so let's analyze the problem here. Okay. Use a nested for loop to write a C program that declares 3 two-dimensional arrays. Okay, we need to make 2-dimensional arrays of each 3 rows and 3 columns. Let the user enter the values for array 1 and array 2. Negative values should be converted to positive using built-in function. The difference value of array 1 and array 2 will be stored in array 3. Lastly, display array 3 and then end the program. This is very simple. Yeah, this is very simple. So I think I am able to do this. So I'm going to put it right here. Okay. So we will be going to run the C program, the C compiler once again. So here we need to do the same exact thing. We need to declare three arrays, but this time instead of one-dimensional array, so array 1. So instead of one-dimensional array, which basically means like there's only this one set of brackets, we need to put in 2 brackets. So basically there's this we are dealing with matrices basically, and then integer array 2 and then integer array 3. Okay, and each of them has the same exact rows and columns size, which is 3 by 3. Okay, 3 by 3 matrices, so that will be very interesting, that will be very convenient. Okay, so let the user enter values for array 1 and array 2. Okay, so here what we are going to do is we need to yet again make a for loop. Okay, we are going to denote an I here, so we are going to do for I is equal to 0, I less than the size, which is the 3, and then I plus plus. And then here we are going to do no, there's no such thing as south here in C. We are going to do printf. Okay, enter. Okay, so for two-dimensional arrays, so there's this thing called rows and columns. Okay, so rows basically, so we have, let's say we have these matrices here, and then let's say we have A, B, C, D here, or it can be A, B, C, D like this. So let's just think the two-dimensional arrays as matrices. Okay, so here, so basically if you want to express the horizontal one, it should be called row, and then the vertical one is called column. Yeah, basically those terms in matrices, you all know it. Yeah, matrices or tables, you know it. Okay, so here it would be for the row part, so we need to have a column part, so it would be denote as J. So we need to do a nested loop here. So nested loop basically means a loop inside a loop. Okay, so we do for J equivalent to 0, J less than 3, J plus plus. Okay, so now we are going to do print, we need to input user, so we are going to do such enter array 1 %d %d. Okay, and then here we are going to denote as I J. Yeah, so row comes first. Yeah, this is row, and then here will be column. Okay, don't forget the semicolon here because that's the rule of C. Okay, so and then we're going to do scanf %d and then ampersand array 1 I J. Yeah, that's how the system works. Okay, and then here bam, we're going to copy the same exact thing, but then this is for array 2. Yeah, this is for array 2. So now here is where it gets very interesting. Okay, so here given the question says negative values should be converted to positive using built-in function absolute. Okay, so what we are going to do here is we are going to do an if statement here. So if the condition here array 1 ij is less than 0, because less than 0 means, you know, less than 0 means negative value, like -1, -2, -100, -1000, -200, 500 and 10. Yeah, basically like that. So we are going to run an absolute function. However, we need to import some special libraries here. So I'm going to include math.h here. Well, I believe this also works, but I'm not pretty much sure. So what we are going to do here is we are going to do array 1 I J is equivalent to we are going to denote as math.absolute array 1 I don't actually remember. No. That's okay. Array math dot absolute. There's no double quote here, so it would be array 1 I J. Sweet. Okay, so we are going to copy the exact same thing here, except for the second array. Okay. Alright, so now we need to do for the third array. So the third array is where it gets very interesting, because it says the difference value of array 1 and array 2 will be stored in array 3. So here I am going to do array 3 ij is equivalent to array 1 ij minus array 2 ij. Okay, so now we are going to now print array 3. Yeah, lastly display array 3 and then end the program. So we are going to do printf the value of array 3, and then don't forget its index here, so it will be %d is %d slash n. Okay, so it would be ij, I believe. Okay, so let's run. Let's see if this works first try. Okay, absolute matrix. Okay, obviously it won't gonna be working first try. Math undeclared first used in this function. I don't actually remember how did I did this. How did I do this? Okay, let me find math.h. Let's see, power. Oh, it's just, oh, okay. There's no need, this thing here. Okay, so oops. That's much more convenient. Okay, so hopefully I'm doing this correctly. Okay, run the code please. Enter array 0, 0, 2, 3, and then I'm purposely going to put a negative value here, negative 6, so that our absolute of 6 would be 6. So it takes the positive value only, so 3, 7, 5. And then do the same thing here, 5, 10, negative 1, 3, 7. Um. Oh, okay. Okay. This is 3 by 3 matrix. I almost forgot. Okay. What the hell did I just do? The value of array 3 is 0, 0 is, it should be, okay, array 3 is 2 minus 3. So it should display negative 1 here. Okay, that's odd. How did I do this wrong? How did I do this wrongly? Oh! Oh, silly me. Oh, silly me. There should be array 3 here. Oh my goodness. I'm so dumb. Yeah. There's not enough information here. Okay. Let's just make it a very short and precise matrices here. So we are going to make the size by only 2 by 2. Yes. Right. Give me a sec here. Entire scope, global, forward. I said everything. All okay. So now we are going to replace this array 3 to 2, and then here array 3, and then array 3 here, array 3 here. Okay, hopefully I'm doing this correctly. Okay, so let's see. 1, negative 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 7, 5, 4. Okay, there we go. So here the value of array 3, so 1 minus 5 is negative 4, and negative 2, which we take the absolute value of on, so it will be 2 minus negative 2 minus 7. Yeah, because we take positive value here, so 2 minus 7 is negative 5, which is good. Okay, so 3, and then here 5, so 3 minus 5 is negative 2, obviously, and then 4 minus 4 is 0. I'm doing this great. I'm very good at this. So we can just revert the values here. I'm doing this great. Hopefully I am able to pass tomorrow's assignment. Okay, let's do this on Java instead. Okay, so we are going to do project, boom, 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 and then we are going to make absolute matrix. This window. Whoops. Okay, there we go. So now we are going to do the same thing. Okay, so we are going to declare int absolute. No, it should be, let's see. Here it should be array 1. Okay, array 1. And it should be 2-dimensional array, so it would be equivalent to new int33. Boom. And then the same thing here. Boom. Array 2 int33, and then array 3. Okay, there we go. So now we are going to do the same thing here. We need to ask the user to prompt in the values, so it will be scanner. Okay, scanner input is equivalent to new scanner system dot in. There we go. Here, okay, so here we want to input, oh of course I need to do int for the row and columns. Okay, so we need to do every single thing here basically. So what we are going to do is we are going to do for loop I is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Okay, and then we are going to do south without the ln here. Input input array 1, and then like this plus, oh yeah, I forgot the j here. I forgot the j here. I forgot. For a j is equal to 0, so the j here would be the column part. Okay, so j less than 3, j plus plus. Okay, there we go. Boom. Input array plus 1. Okay, close bracket, open bracket, plus j, close bracket, and then boom. Oh yeah, don't forget the plus here. I almost forgot. Bam. I like using IntelliJ because it automatically detects you on whether you automatically made a mistake or not. I like it using IntelliJ. Okay, so now input array 1 ij is equivalent to input next integer. So now we are going to do the same exact thing. So the if part here, so we want to take only the positive value. So we are going to do if, okay, we need to input math class dot absolute. Well, we don't have to import math class because that's already built-in function, so that's good. So absolute of no, it should be array 1 ij less than or equivalent to less than 0, and then we are going to do array 1 ij is equivalent to math.absolute array 1 ij. There we go. I did it very perfectly. Okay, so we are going to copy all this thing here, except whoops, I need to copy all this thing here, except it would be for array number 2. Boom, 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 and voila. Right, so that's very simple. Okay, so now we are going to do the third part, which is the array number 3. Okay, so I equivalent to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, and then open parentheses for j equivalent to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. Okay, here we want to subtract array 1 from array 2, array 1 subtract with array 2. So we're going to do array 3 ij is equivalent to array 1 ij minus array 2 ij. There we go. And then we are going to print every single thing in the array 3. So it would be south, because we need to print every single line. Okay, so array 3, and then we put in I plus, oh, this is tiring, and then plus j, okay, and then is plus array 3 ij. I think that's it. So let's run. Okay, except I want to make a test here. I just want to make the size by only 2. Okay, boom. hope I'm doing correctly. Wait. This should be 2 as well. Okay, boom, boom. So let's see. 1, -5, 3, 4. And then let's say 0, -3, -2, 1. Alright. So here, yep, it is doing its job. So it only takes the absolute value of here. So absolute of -5 is 5. And then absolute value of -3 is 3. So it will be 5 minus 3 is 2. And then 3 minus absolute -2, it will be 3 minus 2 is 1. So I did it. What a very easy code. I can't believe I actually did this first in a short amount of time. I'm quite surprised. So yeah, I think that concludes our short stream for today. So yeah, my internet is doing very terrible tonight. I don't know why. But make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell as to not miss anything coming up. So I'll see you when I see you. Take care.